For this demonstration, I'm going to show you how easy it is for an attacker that has gained local administrative rights to an Exchange server to insert themselves into the domain as well as into highly privileged domain groups. This is a post-exploitation technique, meaning that I must have already obtained local admin rights on a machine in order for this to work. In the interest of time, let's assume that I, as an attacker, have already gained local admin rights on this Exchange server. I could have done this in a number of ways, such as exploiting an unpatched vulnerability. This works on all currently supported combinations of Windows and Exchange. In this demo environment, I have an Exchange 2013 server running on Windows Server 2012 R2 shown here on the right, as well as an Exchange 2010 server running on Windows Server 2008 R2 shown here on the left. At this point, I only have access to this single Exchange server. As you can see, I'm logged in with the local admin account. If I try to access another system, I'll get prompted for credentials. This organization has at least used different passwords for all their local admin accounts, so simply typing in the credentials I've already obtained isn't going to work. My goal is to extract as much data as possible, so I want to spread beyond this single server. I could wait for someone else to log into this system and then use a credential theft method known as pass the hash, but I'm a little impatient, and since I've compromised an Exchange server, it's completely unnecessary for me to play the waiting game. To gain access to the domain, I'm going to use psexec, which is part of the sysinternals tools by Mark Russinovich. It's important to note that this is not a hacker tool, although it can and has been used as one. This tool is a free download from TechNet and provides some useful legitimate functions for systems administrators. The good news is this tool leaves a lot of evidence behind. It creates a service and several event log entries, so when bad guys use it maliciously, it's pretty easy to track. There are other much sneakier methods of accomplishing the same thing, but this is the one that I'm allowed to show you. To gain access to the domain, I'm simply going to launch a command prompt as system. As you can see, I'm now running as ntauthority/system. I'm taking advantage of the SE impersonate privilege rights here. Now that I'm operating as the Exchange server computer account, I can connect to any other Exchange server with full local admin rights to it as well. As you can see, I've just accessed my Exchange 2010 server where I previously could not, and I've created this file on the desktop. This is because all Exchange servers must be a member of the Exchange Trusted Subsystem Group in Active Directory, and this group must be a local admin on all Exchange servers in order for Exchange to function. This is also what will give me the ability to insert my own credentials into the domain and spread to almost any system. The default shared permission model in Exchange grants Exchange the ability to create, modify, or delete any user or group in Active Directory that isn't protected by the admin SD holder flag, such as the domain admins group. So here I am in AD users and computers, and I'm going to go ahead and create an account for myself now. You can see that I'm unable to add myself into domain admins, but that's okay. I can add myself into pretty much any other group that I can find. Let's just say that I want to be able to log in with a domain account and do any highly privileged functions within Exchange. I'm going to go ahead and add myself into the organization management group now. It was successful. Now, maybe I want to access something that isn't an Exchange server, so let's look around in AD here, and I can see that there is a Systems Administrators group that has been created. It's quite possible that this group is going to give me access to another server, so I'm going to go ahead and add my account to this group. And I'm in. So now I'm able to access anything that this group has permissions to. What if you're running Active Directory in AD split permissions model? Well, you wouldn't be able to create a user, and you could still modify an existing user. I can reset the password on an account and take it over, or if I wanted to be a little sneakier, I could just start adding the computer account for the Exchange server I've already owned into other Active Directory groups to grant access to other resources. As you can see here, if I go to the test domain admin account and try to reset the password, it's not going to work because this account is protected by admin SD holder. But the server admin account here, I can easily reset. And that account now belongs to me. I'm going to switch now to the new account that we just created. And here I am with my new hacker account. Because I've given myself access to the organization administration group, I can come in and modify a large number of things in Active Directory. And there you have it. As you can see, it's fairly trivial to go from a local admin user on an Exchange server into a highly privileged domain account.